So Bill Kenwright, two awards. Two awards tonight. How's it feel?
Great. I'm really thrilled about Ben Brown and Best New Play. Not that I'm not thrilled about this, but I'm thrilled about Ben Brown because he's a writer I've been sort of working with for a decade now, and it's his first West End play, and I just think it's fantastic, and it's what it's all about to me. New work, new plays is phenomenal, and I'm thrilled for it. I'm pleased to have produced it, and it's a very good evening in the theatre.
And obviously these awards are different from some of the rest, and they're voted for by the people who buy the tickets.
I tell you what, the great thing about tonight is what a good show it is. It really is. You know, you go to some stuffy award ceremonies, you've got three fantastic compares, and everyone is just having a ball. And as you say, they are the people's vote, and that makes it really, really special. Really, I mean, I think they're the only people's vote, aren't they? And that makes it just absolutely great and more important, probably, to me. Yeah. I'm the chairman of the People's Club. Wouldn't I love getting the people's vote? Everton, if anyone doesn't understand what I meant by that.
And for as a producer, how is the West End? What sort of state is in at the moment?
Well, what is it? It's February, so it's good. Come back in May, and I'll tell you it's shit. June gets a bit better. You know what? The West End is cyclical. There's 52 weeks in the year. There's great times. There's not so great times. But, you know, at the moment we've got monster hits like Matilda, like Warhorse. And what a wonderful, wonderful little bit of the ceremony that was. And they will lift the entire West End. And but look, I've been doing it now 40 years, and I know the highs and the lows. And you know, you can do anything with figures. You can massage them. You can say this is the best. The West End will always be there. And the West End, as long as two people, even one person, can get on a stage and say the spoken word and do it well, it'll always be there. So I'm really not into how's it doing at the moment, what's happening at the moment. It's terrific. There's some great shows on. There are some great new shows coming, and it'll always be there. And it's great to be a part of it, and great to be a part of this tonight. I'm really, really impressed by this this ceremony. It's the kind of ceremony I enjoy, not stuffy. I like that. A bit non-reverential too. I like that too.
And let's touch on The Wizard of Oz. Tell us about that experience and why you're pleased to win the award for Best Musical Revival.
Well, it's Andrew's award really, because Andrew has had this, you know, I don't have to tell you about Andrew in television casting. He first mentioned it to me in a taxi cab about 8 or 9 years ago. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. And the thing about Andrew is he isn't just a great musician. In fact, a genius musician. If you ever sit with Andrew looking at a sheet of music, he will see a symphony and you'll see what a real genius he is. But the television casting shows that he's come up with over the last 8 or 9 years, I think have brought a great new audience into the theatre. This, of course, is the latest of them. And it's one that who worked a long time on getting the rights to from Warner Brothers to put the show on stage and to add new things to it. Because maybe you will be surprised to hear this, maybe you won't be surprised. Wizard of Oz has never ever been a success, i.e. a box office success, as a stage production, ever. Not here, not Broadway. It's never ever been a box office success, and he's given a lot of his life to it. And for me, I came on board because he wanted a partner. He wanted someone to bat things off against. And, you know, it's been a year and a half of the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And it's a great thrill for me to be involved in it. It's a great thrill, as I said in my speech, to be at London Palladium, which I thank you God every day. He or she up there who smiled on me and gave me the London Palladium, which is my favourite theatre in the entire world. And I love it. I love it as a music. I love it as a show. We go to Canada at the end of the year. We open the North American season in Canada, and then we'll probably be going on tour in the provinces next year. And it's a great family show. Very spectacular, very, very in your face, but still has that wonderful essence of a girl looking for home. And you know what? I know I'm going on too long for you. You know what it did for me? got me working with Michael Crawford, and that is the greatest gift you can give any producer, because he's just the best guy, the best. Really, really terrific man and great to work with.
One last question. Your future project, what can audiences look out for Bill Kenwright producing in the future?
The mind always goes blank when you do that to me. The next, I'm doing... Gosh, what am I doing next? Okay, I'm bringing Cabaret back. The brilliant Rufus... Boo! I'm bringing Cabaret back. The brilliant Rufus Norris production. Wasn't it great that London Road got that award tonight? If you haven't seen London Road, go and see it. I'm reviving Starlight Express, bringing that back. That starts rehearsals pretty shortly with Arlene Phillips, again directing and choreographing. I've got there's an unknown masterpiece, I think, of Noel Coward's, which we discovered never had a major production, had a week somewhere, called Volcano. We're doing that. I've got about 3 or 4 new plays, and several new musicals, and this and that, and hopefully, most importantly, going to Wembley with my team, who got a home draw today in the quarter-final of the FA Cup, so we're on our way to Wembley.
Bill, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again, both.